This is Miles Payne with Payne's Tip of the Week! What's up, everybody? It's Miles Payne again. We're out here at beautiful Argyle MX in Dixon, California. And today, for our trick tips, we're going to be talking a little bit about cornering. You know, that's where you get to take a break when you're out racing. A lot of people think when you're in the air, that's when you get to take a breather. Me personally, corners. You relax, you get a little time to think about how the race is going, what everyone else is doing. Before you can exit the corner, you have to enter it. And what I like to do is pick for the fastest line, which is always the outside. There's the least ruts, and it's also the most graceful part of the corner. So first things first, when you're coming to the corner, you want to sit down, especially through the braking bumps. You want to make sure to keep the bike on the ground. Otherwise, the bike could just jump all over the place, and that's just out of control. And this is just like my starting tips. You want to be sitting on the back of the bike and get in there nice and tucked. That way you're just, you keep in, you got your center of gravity down low, and you're just ready to get set into the corner. And as you're coming in that outside groove, make sure to be looking straight down to what's in front of you. There are lots of obstacles, ruts, rocks, tear-offs. Those things are slippery as hell. So now we're going to talk about the exit of the corner. After you've gone through the beginning, you go through the middle. This is just like evolution, just how we went from monkeys to men. Go from the beginning of the corner to the exit. So after you've gone through that nice, graceful corner, you're coming through the outside. Now is when you start looking up at what's coming up next, so you're not caught off guard. Usually there's a jump after the corner or some other form of an obstacle. And that's where you judge, your speed. You get on at full throttle. Me, I'm always going slow. That's the pro beginner speed, folks. One thing that a lot of people have to get over is just being scared of the ruts. Quite frankly, I'm terrified. And you look out and you just see all these ruts, and it's terrifying, I'm not gonna lie. But it's one of those things you just have to face. And that's why you go on the outside where there's not gonna be all these mangled ruts and, other obscenities. Doesn't make sense. Now today, the corner that we're going to be showing you, after you exit, it's going to be leading into a whoop section. And the whoops are also pretty bad. Here, they're not as, they're a little bit bigger than the average supercross whoop. And just the way that I ride, they look a lot smaller than they are. So just don't judge how, you perceive things through the camera. It's kind of like, you know how they say movie stars make people look 10 pounds heavier? Well, they make the whoops look about half as big as they are, so don't underestimate them. There's different ways to approach and attack this. For the pro beginner level, which I do not recommend to a lot of people, is sitting down through the whoop section. That's going to want to just keep the bike planted, get that tire hooked up, and remember, you want a very used tire for this. You don't want something that's going to be hooking up too much. That'll make you wheelie. Other people, they like to stand up. If you are standing up, lean as far forward over the bike as you can. That's really just going to keep that back tire spinning and just glide right through those whoops. All right, everyone, that's it for Mr. Payne's Tip of the Week. I hope you guys come back next week. We should have something good for you. So far we've covered starts and cornering and whoops. If you have any suggestions, hit us up on Facebook. Thanks. This is Miles Payne with Payne's Tip of the Week. That's why you go on the outside where there's not going to be all these mangled ruts and, other obscenities. Doesn't make sense.
Okay. Still rolling.
Okay, we're going. So,